I am on my living room floor at 2:17 a.m. My shoulder is soaked with tears from a 5-year-old who isn't mine. Lily is crying in her sleep, fingers gripping my shirt, whispering the same word. Mommy, mommy. This is night 47. I still don't know where my sister is. Vanessa dropped Lily at my door 47 days ago with a pink suitcase and that smile I have seen 100 times. The one that means she needs something. Just 2 weeks. Nathan, work opportunity in Denver. I will be back before you know it. She kissed Lily's forehead and drove away. Didn't look back. I have called 14 times since, all voicemail, sent over 300 texts. All delivered, none read. She hasn't sent a single dollar. Not for food, clothes, or the cough medicine I bought at 3 a.m. when Lily had a fever. 47 days. Not because she forgot, because she chose not to care. I am Nathan, 29, software engineer in Portland. Vanessa is 34, single mom. This isn't her first vanishing act. She disappeared 3 weeks when I was 16. Left 2-year-old Lily with our mom Margaret for 2 months to find herself in California. Found herself at a beach house, with some guy named Derek. Came back, grabbed Lily like nothing happened. That is how it works. Vanessa makes the mess. I clean it up. I picked Lily up from daycare when Vanessa forgot. Paid the $800 a year bill when Lily had a fever and no insurance. Bought Lily's winter coat because Vanessa was between jobs for 14 months. Every time I mentioned it, Mom said the same thing. She has it harder than you. She is a single mother. I have heard that since I was 12, when she showed up that Friday with Lily in that suitcase. Part of me knew, but Lily looked up holding Mr. Buttons, her stuffed bear, and said, "Uncle Nate, are we having a sleepover?" "Yeah, sweetheart, a long sleepover." Vanessa whispered. "You are the best." Then walked to her car. Here is what haunts me. The car was packed. Not 2 weeks packed. Boxes in the back seat. Trash bags in the trunk. Week 1. Fine. Lily drew pictures at my desk while I coded. Vanessa called 3 times. Short, everything good, gotta run. Week 2, 1 call. Few more days. Week 3. Silence. I called Mom. She texted me she is busy, Margaret said. Don't pressure her. Meanwhile, I am buying new clothes because Lily outgrew that suitcase. Week 4, I googled the Denver company. Summit Event Solutions, doesn't exist. No website, no registration. My sister looked me in the eyes, handed me her child, and lied. That night Lily tugged my sleeve. "Uncle Nate, when is mommy coming back?" "Soon, sweetheart, you said that last week too." She said it like a fact, like she had already learned promises from her mother don't hold. Week 5, I called Daniel, best friend, lawyer. What are my options? She hasn't legally abandoned the child yet, but she is close. Document everything. So I built a spreadsheet, calls, texts, receipts. Then Mom called. Vanessa says you are being dramatic. When, Mom? 3 weeks, no calls, not a dollar, she is under pressure. You don't know what being a single mother is like. Something in me snapped. Quietly, no, Mom, I do know, because I have been doing it for 5 weeks. Long silence. That is not the same thing. She hung up. That night I found Lily's drawing on the fridge. 2 people in front of a house, wobbly crayon letters, Uncle Nate, Lily, no mommy, not somewhere in the picture, not coming home, just gone, like she had accepted it. I stared at it and cried for the first time in years. Not because Vanessa hurt me, because she hurt a 5-year-old who still whispers goodnight mommy into the dark every night. Day 47, down $3,400. No money, no calls, no replies. Mom says I am overreacting. And Lily still hugs Mr. Buttons whispering goodnight mommy into the dark of a room that isn't hers. Waiting for someone who might never come back. I don't know what comes next, but I will not abandon this kid, even though my sister already abandoned us both. Update 1 I found out where she was. I wish I hadn't. Day 68. I found Vanessa. She is not in Denver. Never was. She is in Miami with a man named Travis, living in an Ocean View apartment that costs more per month than every dollar she never sent for her daughter. Here is how. Daniel, my lawyer friend from the last post. Check social media. Vanessa blocked me on everything. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, but she forgot Daniel. He found her Instagram in 10 minutes. And what I saw made my hands shake so hard I put the phone down. Her whole feed was Miami beaches, rooftop restaurants, cocktails at sunset, and in every photo, a man, Travis, 41, calls himself an entrepreneur on LinkedIn. Her latest post was 3 days old. Both of them at a rooftop bar holding champagne. Caption. Chapter 2 begins. Sometimes you have to let go of the old to embrace the new. 87 likes. I zoomed in, new sunglasses. New hair, glowing. Not one trace of a mother missing her child. I sat in my car for 20 minutes staring at those photos. Hands trembling, not sadness. Anger. The kind that builds quiet over 20 years. I called Vanessa from Daniel's phone. First time in 5 weeks, the phone actually rang. She picked up. Hello, bright voice. Music thumping behind her. It is Nathan. Silence. 3 seconds 5. Nathan. Hey, I was going to call you. When? Day 100. Day 200. When Lily starts calling me dad because she forgot what her mother looks like. Don't be dramatic. I told you I needed time. 2 weeks. You said 2 weeks. Her voice dropped. Things changed. I met someone. Travis and I are building something real. I needed space to figure out my life without the weight of everything. The weight? You mean your daughter? Your 5-year-old who cries for you every night. Long silence. She is better off with you. Nathan, you have always been better with her than me. I hung up. Didn't say goodbye. Didn't need another word. Next morning, I sat in Daniel's office. Not as his friend, as his client. This is child abandonment. Under Oregon law, he said, 2 options. Report to CPS or file for temporary guardianship. If I called CPS, Lily could land in foster care during the investigation. Not happening. Not on my watch. I chose guardianship. Daniel built the case. My spreadsheet became Exhibit A. 214 missed calls. 300 unanswered texts. Every Miami Instagram screenshot. Receipts near $4,000. A statement from Chloe, my neighbor, retired preschool teacher who had been helping me daily. We emailed Vanessa formal notice. Only platform she hadn't blocked. 30 days to respond. I called mom. You are going to take her daughter. She is your sister. She took herself away from her daughter. Mom. I am making it legal so Lily has someone who can sign school forms. Take her to the doctor, be there at 2 a.m. This will destroy her. She destroyed it herself, at a rooftop bar in Miami. Mom cried. First time in my life I didn't feel guilty for it. I felt free. Life kept moving. Chloe came over every afternoon, taught Lily the alphabet, baked cookies with her Saturdays. One evening Lily looked up and said, "Can I call you Grandma Chloe?" Chloe's eyes filled and she whispered, "I would like that very much." I enrolled Lily in pre-K, the teacher asked, "And the mother?" "I am the guardian." "It is complicated." She looked at Lily drawing in the corner and said, "She seems happy, that is what matters." That week Lily drew a new picture. 4 figures, Uncle Nate, Lily, Grandma Chloe, Mr. Buttons. No mommy. This time I didn't cry. I stuck it on the fridge next to the first one. Guardianship is filed. Vanessa has 30 days. If she ignores it, the court grants me temporary custody. If she responds, I face her before a judge. Mom is on her side, and Lily, yesterday while I was tucking her in, she looked at me and said, "Uncle Nate, can I stay here forever?" I kissed her forehead. "We will figure it out, kiddo." But in my heart, the answer was already perfectly clear. Update 2: She came back, but not for Lily. Vanessa came back. Not because she missed her daughter, not because she felt guilty. She came back because Travis kicked her out and she had nowhere to go. She showed up at my door at 11 p.m., eyes swollen, no luggage, and said 5 words. "I need my daughter back." 11:17 p.m., Tuesday. I had just finished Lily's bedtime stories. 2 stories, always 2. She was out cold, Mr. Buttons under her chin. I was heading downstairs when the doorbell rang. Nobody rings at 11 p.m. I checked the peephole and my stomach dropped. Vanessa, but not Miami Vanessa, not glowing, not smiling, not holding champagne. This Vanessa was thin. Hair matted, eyes red, no makeup, no luggage. Just a woman in a wrinkled hoodie who looked like she hadn't slept in days. I opened the door. "I need to see my daughter, she is asleep." "I am her mother, are you?" "Because mothers don't disappear for 103 days. She collapsed on my step. I couldn't leave her in the cold. Brought her inside, made tea, sat across at the kitchen table where Lily eats pancake bears every morning. The story came out in pieces. Travis wasn't an entrepreneur. He was a scammer who ran the same game on multiple women, showered them with attention, moved them in, burned through their money, kicked them out. Vanessa gave him everything. Savings, sold belongings. When nothing was left, he told her to leave. She spent 2 weeks in Miami, one night on a bench, another in a shelter, until a friend wired her bus fare back to Portland. 103 days gone. Came back with less than she left with. I asked the only question that mattered in 103 days. Not once did you send money for Lily. Not once did you pick up the phone to hear her voice. I was ashamed. Shame is when you make a mistake and own it. What you did was choose. Every day for 103 days, you chose yourself over Lily. Then we both heard it. Small footsteps on the stairs. Lily stood at the bottom holding Mr. Buttons, squinting at the light. Uncle Nate, I heard voices. Then she saw Vanessa. Froze. Didn't run. Didn't say mommy. Just stood there, clutching her bear. Vanessa's face crumbled. Baby, mommy's home. Lily took one step backward. Then turned to me. Uncle Nate, is she staying? A 5-year-old sees her mother for the first time in 3.5 months and her instinct isn't to run into her arms. It is to ask the person she trusts whether this woman will stay or vanish again. Vanessa broke. Silent crying. Whole body shaking. No sound. The consequence she never imagined. Her daughter didn't trust her anymore. I picked Lily up. It is late, sweetheart. Let's go back to bed. Tomorrow we will talk. Carried her up, read another story, waited for her breathing to slow, went back down. Vanessa sat at the table, eyes hollow. I laid it out. 3 conditions. 1. You don't stay here. I will help you find a temporary place, but not this house. Not near Lily until things are settled. 2. The guardianship stays. I am not withdrawing. 3. You want visitation. Go through the court, prove yourself, stable job, stable housing. Counseling. You cannot keep me from my daughter. I am not keeping you from her. You kept yourself from her for 103 days. I am making sure it doesn't happen again. Mom was right, you are cold, always been cold. Cold is leaving your 5-year-old and vanishing for 3 months to party with a con man. I am not cold, Vanessa, I am tired. Tired of cleaning your messes. Tired of being the backup parent you call when things get hard. Most of all, tired of watching Lily pay for your choices. She left without another word. 7 a.m. next morning. Margaret called. Your sister is back. She wants her daughter. This is over. It is not over, Mom. It is beginning. I filed for guardianship. Court is in 3 weeks. You would take a child from her mother. Her mother took herself from the child. I am protecting Lily. Her voice went hard. I will testify for Vanessa. I will hire her a lawyer. I will tell the judge you pressured her. Do what you have to, Mom. I will do what I have to, but ask yourself this. If I dropped Lily at your door and disappeared for 103 days, would you defend me the way you defend Vanessa? Silence. She hung up, because we both knew the answer. That morning I made pancake bears with extra blueberry eyes. Lily climbed onto her chair and looked at me. Uncle Nate, is Mommy going to take me away? I put the spatula down, knelt so we were eye to eye. Nobody is taking you anywhere you don't want to go. I promise. She threw her arms around my neck. I want to stay with you, and Grandma Chloe, and Mr. Buttons. I held her. Every doubt I ever had vanished right there. Kitchen floor, flour on my shirt. 5-year-old arms around my neck. This is where I am supposed to be. Court is in 3 weeks. Vanessa is at a friend's place. No job, no money, but Margaret is paying her lawyer. Mom chose a side. I chose Lily. Everything gets decided in that courtroom, but one thing is decided already. No matter what, I will never let this kid feel abandoned again. Finale update. The judge asked Lily one question. Her answer ended everything. The hearing lasted 4 hours. Lawyers, evidence, tears, accusations, none of it mattered. It all came down to one question a judge asked a 5-year-old in a private room. One question, and her answer changed everything. Morning of the hearing I was up at 5. Saturday at the kitchen table with the folder. 128 days of documentation. Daniel picked me up at 8. You good? Number. Let's go. Vanessa was already there. Barely recognized her. Hair freshly cut. New clothes, Margaret's money, the image of a reformed mother built for a judge. Margaret sat behind her, didn't look at me once. Daniel went first, walked the judge through 128 days. Vanessa's 2-week promise. The calls that stopped. 214 missed calls, 300 texts delivered and never read. The Denver company that didn't exist. 23 Instagram posts from Miami beaches and champagne and nightclubs. 0 texts to her daughter in the same period. Receipts totaling $4,800 I had spent on Lily with nothing from Vanessa. I took the stand. Told the judge about nights Lily cried for her mother. The time she asked when Mommy was coming and I said soon because I had no other answer. The drawing on the fridge. 2 people, Uncle Nate and Lily, no Mommy. The second drawing weeks later, 4 figures, Uncle Nate, Lily, Grandma Chloe, Mr. Buttons. Still no Mommy. I told him I didn't plan any of this. That I am a 29-year-old who codes for a living, and didn't know how to braid hair or pack a lunchbox the first week. But I learned, because someone had to show up for this kid. Chloe took the stand. 35 years as a preschool teacher. She described Nathan cooking dinner while Lily did homework. Reading 2 bedtime stories. Never one teaching Lily to ride a bike in the driveway. She looked at the judge and said, I have worked with hundreds of children. I have never seen a child more loved or secure than Lily is with Nathan. Vanessa's lawyer argued parental rights, hardship, return, second chance. Vanessa cried on the stand. I made a terrible mistake. But I am Lily's mother, no one can love her like I do. Daniel stood. If no one can love her like you, why didn't you call for 5 weeks? Why 23 nightclub photos but 0 text to your daughter? Silence. Margaret testified. Nathan is good but single, works all day, no experience. A child needs her mother. Daniel's cross was surgical. You knew Vanessa left Lily with Nathan? Yes. Did you take Lily yourself? Back problems, send Nathan money. Number contact, Vanessa in 103 days to tell her come home for her child. Longest silence I have ever heard. Number, Judge Rivera asked to speak with Lily privately. Just Lily, the judge, and a child advocate. We waited, 15 minutes like 15 hours. Vanessa stared at the table. Margaret clutched her purse. I sat with my hands clasped white knuckle tight. The door opened, Judge Rivera returned to the bench, face neutral. She opened her notes. I asked Lily one question. Who makes you feel safe? The room stopped breathing. She said, Uncle Nate, because he never leaves. Vanessa's head dropped to the table. Margaret covered her mouth. I bit the inside of my cheek until I tasted blood because I was not going to cry. Not yet, the judge continued. She also told me, and I quote her exact words. I love Mommy, but Mommy always goes away. Uncle Nate stays, he makes pancake bears and reads me 2 stories, not 1, and Mr. Buttons likes his house. Temporary guardianship granted to me. Vanessa got supervised visitation twice a week, conditional on requirements, stable employment, independent housing, parenting classes and counseling, drug and alcohol screening. 6 months to comply, or the court moves forward permanently. Vanessa left without a word. Margaret followed her out. At the door she turned and looked at me one last time, not anger in her eyes. Shame. First time in my life I saw my mother feel ashamed. 3 months later, Vanessa works at Trader Joe's, rented a studio, shows up for every visit. First time Lily was shy, stayed close to me. Second visit she showed Vanessa a drawing. Third visit she let Vanessa hold Mr. Buttons. If you have followed this story you know what that means. That bear hasn't left Lily's arms since she was a baby. Letting Vanessa hold him was the biggest trust she could give. A month after court, Margaret called. Didn't say sorry, said, I put money in your account. For Lily and what you spent, I checked $5,000. More than I would paid out of pocket. That was her apology. Not words. Money, I took it. For Lily, life has rhythm now. School mornings. Afternoons with Chloe or me evenings. Homework while I cook. Then 2 stories. Saturdays baking. Sundays at the park. Daniel asked me over beers last week. You ever regret taking her in? Regret it. That kid taught me more about love in 4 months than anyone my entire life. Chloe told me something I keep turning over. You took a quiet house and made it a home for a child who needed one. That is what family actually means. Last week Lily drew a new picture. 5 figures. Uncle Nate biggest. Center, Lily beside him, Grandma Chloe, other side Mr. Buttons. And in the corner, smaller but there, Mommy, I asked about it. Mommy visits Saturday so she gets a small part. But Uncle Nate gets the biggest part because he is always here. I put it on the fridge next to the first drawing from day 30-something. 2 people back then. 5 now, the whole story is on that fridge door if you know where to look. Vanessa abandoned her daughter for 103 days. I didn't leave Lily for one. Not because I am perfect. Not because I had any idea what I was doing. Because when a 5-year-old grabs your shirt at 2 a.m. and whispers, please don't leave, you don't leave, you stay, you always stay. Lily is 6 now, reads chapter books, knows all 8 planets, still sleeps with Mr. Buttons. Vanessa is trying, I hope she makes it. But whatever happens, Lily has a home where she never has to wonder if someone is coming back. And that, more than anything else in this world, is what every single kid deserves.